Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your manifestation coach. All the information for me is below. I coach in emails and audios, just like this one primarily. I also offer phone sessions 1 hour at a time, as well as Zoom sessions 1 hour at a time. And just recently, as recent as this morning, I decided to add a smaller package for those of you who have been asking me questions in the comments. I'll cover that in just a little bit. But the package is 5 audios from me running anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes, it depends on the topic. And 5 emails. Okay, so 5 audios and 5 emails addressing your specific issues. That's $150. Okay, I really, as a coach, do not see any kind of like value in doing anything less. When I started this coaching on this channel, I did it 1 email at a time. I'm sorry, but I really want to help people and be professional about it. It has to be that you really helped. So the minimum is 5 emails and 5 audios addressing your specific issue. And if you want to hire me for a longer period after that, and you feel like I'm your cup of tea, then you can, do that later or maybe immediately after. I don't know. The reason I don't address any coaching questions in the comments, one, it's unprofessional, and I take what I do very seriously. And two, it's impossible for me to answer your question without coaching you. Okay, it takes a lot more than just a question and answer. Okay, I have to get to know you. I have to get to know your background. I have to get to know your circumstances. There's so much that goes into it. So I don't want to just answer something in being completely uninformed of all of that, because that's not the right thing to do. Okay. I encourage you to get coaching if you can. If you can't, then please watch my videos. I'm very generous with my time. Almost every day I put out a video. The coaching is very recommended from my perspective because of the fact that it's one-on-one, and everybody's an individual. Everybody is very unique. Your circumstances are unique, so that's the best thing to do. But if you can't, then watch all my videos, okay? I also would like to discourage those people who come to my channel to fish for clients of their own and started their own channels. I'm really happy for you that you're doing that. However, when you come to my channel, please have some professionalism. I understand that this is YouTube and all that stuff, but as a coach, you're supposed to respect other people's practices and not start coaching other people in my comments. Okay, I think that's really unprofessional, and the kind of coaching that is attempted to be done this way is very cookie cut. Is exactly why I started this channel, to stay away from all of that and actually help people in the way that they need to be helped. So I really want to stress this. If you are a coach and you believe you need to bombard other people's channels to get clients, then you really don't understand what you're coaching, okay, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Now that they kind of prove my point, these kinds of people. And it's a laugh. So now that we have it covered, I really get to dive into a really cool topic that I really meant to discuss for a long time, but now we get into it. So it has to do with bringing back your specific person. Yes. You're in a separation. Yes. No contact. Yes. No problem. No contact, no problem. Absolutely no problem. You know why? Because you still have contact with this person 100% of the time. 24/7 you have contact. How? Through your thoughts. Through the thoughts. It's the greatest internet of all time. Thoughts. The thought forms that go out from you into the quantum field and that inform everybody in your life and everything in your life. Okay, it's like you go into this giant computer and you are putting in your thoughts vibrationally that like just pop out of your head and go out into this giant computer to be replicated and brought back as experiences, as 3D experiences. Now remember, you're holographic, right? You know that, right? You're holographic. This whole 3D is really holographic. If you break down any 3D object, or not really break down, but look at it under the microscope, 0.0000099 zeros and 1 is the actual physicality of it. 99.999999999 zeros later is made of space. So what does it tell you? It's holographic, it's all made of energy, it's thought forms, all right? Therefore, you're never away, you're never like separate from your SP. It's just an illusion. They're always right there. They're always on the brink of contacting you. They're always on the brink of showing up. The only thing that you have to do is really pay attention to what you're thinking, or what kind of thoughts you're sending out into the quantum field. And so for those of you who are really already kind of like covered with affirmations and visualizations and scripting, the most powerful thing in the world is to have mental conversations with this person. Now, I know so far you may have had terrible mental conversations with this person. You may have been blaming them, internally, maybe even bad-mouthing them, criticizing them, doing all that shitty stuff, right? Just remember that you're not condoning their bad behavior if they behaved badly. What you're working on in the simplistic form, you are transferring yourself from one parallel reality to another in which you already have that absolutely perfect relationship with this absolutely perfect version of them. So why on earth are you going to engage with the shitty version and continue engaging in the past? Right? So I think a lot of people don't really know this or don't understand this, that we do live in a serial universe. Okay? There's not one reality. The very reason that there is movement or the passage of time is because there are innumerable parallel realities. So if you, every single day that you get up and you start regurgitating the old reality's story, you're copy and pasting it. You're remaining in the past. You're in love with the past, right? So why are you in love with it? It didn't go that well. Drop it completely, completely drop it. Some people will say, oh, but it's true and it happened and I remember it. Yeah, it is. You created something. I agree. That part is true. You definitely did create it because there's nobody else that created that experience for yourself. Now, why you created it, we can go into this in coaching. And really examine what it is that you believed and how you created it so you don't create it again. But the fact that you created it is 100% true. That's what the truth is. So just because it happened doesn't mean that you need to stay there. Okay? If you really want to be happy and if you want to bring in the best version of your SP. Okay? And so your job is to completely disregard what happened in the past and stop acknowledging it entirely. That's the only way that things will change. Okay? Like right now, today, this is your day, okay, September 5th, where you drop the old story. Like, that's it. No more. You're not even thinking about it. You're not even talking about it. You've talked about it enough. You've thought about it enough. It's enough. It's not giving you anything good, all right? What you need to establish once and for all is that this new person that you're going to manifest, meaning the new version of your SP, and this new situation is going to be completely 100% what you want. No longer are you going to complain and explain why you're miserable and all this kind of stuff. You're going to create something good. And the way to do it is through mental conversations with your SP. You're going to compliment them. You're going to find the best things in them. You're going to have good conversations with them. You're going to pretend you're ready with them. You're going to discuss what you're going to make for dinner together. You're going to go on vacations mentally with them. You're going to get engaged to them mentally. You're going to create these scenes in your mind, right? And replace the past with those scenes as though they're going on right now. And which they are. Listen, if you create anything in your imagination and you think you're so smart, you're creating something in the imagination. Actually, I have news for you. You are tuning into that reality in which that is actually happening right now. Okay? You're not creating anything new. That scene that you imagine with your SP, let's say, of your engagement exists right now. So do yourself a favor and tune in into those realities, okay, instead of whatever shitty kind of experience you created in the past. It makes no sense to do that anymore. And so create those scenes in your imagination and completely lose yourself in them. And do it over and over and over, like on a loop. Like you feel how you touch their hand, you see their eyes, you hear their voice. You hear the words that they're telling you. You get to, basically put on them whatever you want them to tell you. You go to dinner together. What it is you cooking, and you live in that imagination 100%. Okay? Suspend your disbelief. Don't get up in the morning and say, oh my God, I'm being delusional. And you know what? Like, I don't even know what this coach is talking about on the internet. Listen, it's all a delusion. Here's another piece of news for you. It's all a delusion. Okay? You and your assumptions about good or bad are all delusions. So choose your delusion wisely. This is a fake world. A world of assumptions, a world of thoughts, a world of imagination. And by fake, I really mean that it's constructed. It's not just like poof, existing on its own. No, this is all you. This is you, baby. You created this from scratch. Everything that you're complaining about and everything that you're happy about, you created it. Okay? So if you're going to choose your delusion wisely and start being delusional and suspend your disbelief and believe the things that you want to believe and feel the things that you want to feel, well, those are the things that you're going to experience in the 3D. Okay, sooner or later, your imagination is going to start seeping into your 3D. And you're going to be so pissed off at yourself at some point. You're going to be like, I could have done this the entire time. Like, oh my God. Yes, you could have. But that's okay. We're all learning. Okay? Don't do this just one day. Do this every day. Like, completely fuse yourself with this reality. And just know that it is done. Like, in the minute that you ask for something, you know that it is done. It is done in the 5D 100%. The universe doesn't want to deprive you of anything. The universe doesn't create like obstacles for you or anything like that. No, the only person who is blocking themselves from you experiencing this, whatever it is you want, bringing back your SP or whatever it is that you want, is you. Why? Because you have these beliefs about maybe you're not that powerful, maybe it's impossible, blah, all this kind of stuff, which is why I go in to this in detail in my coaching. The universe wants to give you everything because it has everything. Everything already exists. It's like, what do you want? Okay? And in the past, you created the shitty experience with your SP because That's the kind of thoughts that came out of you. And the universe obliged that as well, because in the universe, everything exists. Now, just as well, just make the switch and choose the things that you actually want to experience, not the things that you're afraid of, not the things that, you're dreading or your past experience and all that kind of stuff. Just cut it all off. All that junk, all that baggage from the past, discard it. This is a new day. Okay, this is a new experience. You're going to completely create something marvelous and breathtaking. The good news is that once you start doing this mental work and you really stick to it, I mean, a month is usually the time that it gets, that it takes for you to get used to what it is you're now imagining, and you persevere. You persevere. Whether you see the change or you don't see the change, you're so fused with that reality 100% in your mind that you already know it's coming. There's no question in your mind. You just know it with every cell in your body. You know that it's going to happen. When, how, you don't care. It's going to happen. You're so enjoying this process of talking to them mentally and imagining all this stuff that it's as if you already lived it. It's as if you're living it now. And that's when the manifestation pops into your existence. I mean, whether it's a text or them apologizing or whatever it is that you want to imagine, it's here. And then it's here in the physicality. All right. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.